have a speaker before we ask questions of staff, and that is Mark Richardson of Housing Now. Are you here, Mr. Richardson?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, and you have 5 minutes.
I won't take that much time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Mark Richardson. I am the technical lead volunteer with HousingNowTO.com. We are volunteers who track affordable housing developments around the city of Toronto. I am also a local resident in the Leslieville area for 30 plus years. You may remember the last time we were here to speak to you was in March 2021 when we spoke against listing 54 properties along Queen Street East in Leslieville into the Heritage Register. Our request here today is that you do not designate this property on Queen Street East today. There's a proposal here for an 8-story mixed-use purpose-built rental building with 132 units. As you can probably tell from my voice, I am incredibly frustrated by today's item and seeing that there is, I kid you not, a 38-page staff report attached, a 13-page slideshow, and this very detailed history of the site that you've just received. Our affordable housing volunteers are regularly told that city planning is very short-staffed and the city does not have the staff or capacity to deliver on key items around speeding up affordable housing developments. Yet somehow we have enough staff hours available to list thousands of 2-story commercial buildings in transit-served neighborhoods over the last 6 years, and to spend dozens, if not hundreds, of hours on the heritage report you have just seen today. Folks, you're all probably comfortable homeowners, just looking at the backgrounds of where you are. When was the last time any of you looked for a house or a rental apartment in the city of Toronto? What are our city's priorities? Where are a limited number of city planners being directed to spend their valuable time? Why do we have dozens of heritage dry cleaners on our main streets? Why are we even talking today about designating a 2-story factory building that is a jumble of add-ons over the last 100 years? I don't expect you to change your minds today. I expect you to do what you're going to do and what you've done for the last 5, 10 years around heritage in this city. If everything is heritage, nothing is heritage. What we would like is that in future, when staff are creating these kinds of reports, they are required to include an estimated project cost of the heritage retention. If a development needs to provide a green P parking lot or a contribution to the local community center or a library, we know the dollar value that the city is placing on that. With heritage, it is a total black hole. We see buildings around the city of Toronto with $5 million worth of steel work around them to retain a brick wall. Is that the best use of our time and money during a housing crisis in the city of Toronto? Once again, we are asking you to not designate this property on Queen Street East today. Frankly, all of you give your heads a shake. Maybe go and look at some rental listings and figure out if you could afford to live in the neighborhoods that you live in today if you were 25 years old. Finally, I know this is Councillor Layton's last meeting. I would like to thank him for his service. He never has to hear us complain again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Are there any questions? Okay, thank you very much for making your point. Now we will go to staff. Do you have questions of Tatum Taylor?